Your champion loves you. They fought for budget, they got executive buy-in, then they shared your 55 slide deck internally, and everyone said no. Here's why they crashed and burned. The brutal truth is your champion isn't a salesperson. They're a finance manager or IT director trying to sell internally with your garbage deck, y'all. And today I'm gonna show you why they fail and how to arm them with something that actually wins. Now, here's probably a real internal thread after a champion shared a 55 slide deck. CFO, what am I looking at? What's the ask? Champion, it's in slide 23, 24, but also check slide 41 for ROI. And then the VP of engineering comes in. I don't have time for this. What is the technical lift? And then your champion, slides 31 through 39, click through those a few times to cover implementation. And the CEO comes in and says, someone summarize this in one page or it's a no. Champion then goes, I'll try and put something together. This, y'all, deal status equals dead. Your champion status equals embarrassed. And your champion just became the person who wastes everybody's time with vendor decks. Nobody wants to be that person, y'all. And here's what you don't get is internal selling is harder than external selling. Your champion has 8 minutes and a leadership meeting. They're competing with 20 other agenda items. They didn't attend your sales training. They can't answer your tough questions. And one confused exec equals deal dies. And you're asking an amateur to sell with professional tools they can't use. So let me show you how to turn your champion into an internal selling machine. First, forget your 55 slider. We're building the executive brief, okay? One page that can literally hold up in a meeting. So let's go ahead and start doing that. I'm gonna hit a create new page. Let's create with AI. Let's say we're gonna do this for liquid death again. Here we go, next. Type of page. We're gonna say other, and we're gonna say the executive brief. Okay, we're gonna start here, and then I'm gonna hit next, knowledge source. What you could do is just basically upload your 55-page deck if you wanted here. But what we're gonna do is imagine Sarah needs to sell our solution to her leadership team. And we're gonna focus on 3 things only: problem, solution, and ROI. So I'm gonna come here, I'm just gonna input a little prompt, and we're gonna say, Sarah, we're just gonna type in exactly, Sarah needs to sell our solution to her leadership team, period. And then what we're gonna do is focus on 3 things only. Let's do problem, solution, ROI. I'm gonna hit next here, generate outline, and let's take a quick look at what the AI is gonna tell us to do. Boom, look at this. The AI goes, the problem, the solution, the return on investment, amazing. Let's hit generate page. And of course, we could have just uploaded our deck there to give it more context. I don't have a deck for this, but you can do that. You can use a call recording in this case that you recorded. We in this platform distribute, you can use the call recorder. It'll automatically do that. And then take a look here. We just did a first pass at what this looks like in a one pager. And look at this, no slides to navigate, no check appendix B, just pure business logic, y'all. Problem, solution, and impact and ROI calculation. Thank you, Dante, our friend here that did this for us. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some stuff. So we're gonna ask Dante here and we're gonna go include questions execs will ask and simple answers as an FAQ. Boom. Thank you, Dante. We're gonna let Dante do his magic here. And boom. Look at what Dante just did here. An executive FAQ. How quickly can we see results? Boom. What's the learning curve? How does it integrate with our existing CRM and tech stack? What about data security? How do we measure success? Look at all these FAQ questions that it asks for us. Maybe you don't need all these, maybe you do, but we're gonna go ahead and accept all. And there we go. We've just created this problem, solution, executive brief for your champion. Now, here's the genius part, y'all. We're gonna do the champion script. And this is genius because we're gonna give them the actual words. We're gonna create a companion doc, okay? So watch this. I'm gonna create a new tab and we're gonna call this the companion doc. And I'm actually gonna hide this for now. I'll give Sarah edit access to this doc, but when she shares it, the execs won't be able to see it because they won't have edit access. So this is the genius part. So we're gonna go to empty page here. And now we're gonna say, hey, on the companion doc tab, please create a talk track for Sarah, the rep, Sarah, let's see, Sarah, my champion to use when presenting the executive brief internally. Make it conversational, not salesy BS. Watch this. And what I love about Dante is he's going to shoot back to you exactly what it's trying to do and how it's thinking. And watch, we're literally writing their internal pitch. And here, hey, Sarah, here's a conversational way to present this to your leadership team. Opening the conversation literally tells Sarah what to say. Hey, everyone, I want to bring something to your attention I think could really help us hit numbers this year. I've been looking at this tool called Distribute. Honestly, it addresses some of the pain points we've all been feeling. Setting up the problem, introducing the solution casually, the AI angle without the hype. But here's the cool part, right? And it actually bolds all that. We can change all that because it probably doesn't need to be like in that big of text. I'm not sure why I did that. So we'll change it to a just paragraph. And we can even tell Dante to better format this, but you get the idea, right? Sometimes it's not perfect, but that's okay. So here we'll say, hey, Dante, better format the introducing the solution paragraph. It looks like a pile of text. All right. And so now Dante, look at what they did. Of course, it wasn't perfect. So went ahead and put these into sections, which thank you, Dante, you're amazing. So what they will say is using the AI angle, let's hit accept here because we like that. The business case, right? Look, I ran through some numbers, handling objections, right? So this is going to help them. When the CFO asks about cost, you say this. If IT pushes back, mention this. To create urgency, remind them. Your champion just became articulate, y'all. But now here's the real magic. Making it forwarding friendly because you will probably email this to your champion, right? And then with that, you're probably going to even want to write them an email that is likely to get forwarded. If Sarah forwards it to Sally and Sally then forwards it to the CFO, you want to make it useful. So now we're going to tell Dante, hey, Dante, add a one-line email template they can copy, paste when sharing the executive brief. Boom. Now look at this. Dante went ahead and gave you the subject line, sales to evaluation, potential to improve win rates, and the actual email that you can use here. Look at that. This is freaking amazing, y'all. So now, once again, what I'm going to tell you. So see what we did? It's not a deck to present. It's ammunition for drive-by sharing. And here's where you become psychic. Distribute shows you, hey, this person opened it X amount of times. You can dig in, see exactly what they looked at. See the CFO opened it 3 times. They're interested. You can see who they forwarded it to. They forwarded it to the VP of Finance to build consensus. And you can also say, oh, wow, the IT director spent 4 minutes on implementation addressing concerns. Now you know more about their internal process than they do. And so true story about a customer the other day. Let's call her Jennifer. She's a sales leader. She couldn't sell our solution within the vendor's 47 slide deck, and meeting after meeting, DOA. So I helped her rebuild it as a 1-pager, of course, using our own dog food here with the champion script. And in her next internal meeting, the CFO goes, this is exactly what I needed to see. Approved. Go talk to procurement. Same solution, same champion, different ammunition, and deal closed a few weeks later instead of dying in the committee. So here's how you know if your champion can sell internally. Ask them, can you explain her 30 seconds? Now, if they stumble, your materials are the problem, not their selling skills. And you're going to hear me say it again, y'all. Stop sending champions into battle with a 55-slide sword they can't lift. Arm them with something they can actually use. Build your first champion enablement page. So here's what you're going to do. Go to Distribute Us. In the top right, you're going to click Get Started. Hover over this button. Build your first champion enablement page and watch them transform from confused to confident. And your champion wants to fight for you. Give them the weapons they can actually use. Distribute.so because your deal dies when your champion can't sell it internally. Thanks and see you in the next video.